Hi all, welcome to National Board of Accreditation for Tier 1 institutions with effect from July 2024 document. In this video, we will see list of documents or records to be made available during the NBA visit. Before that, here let us see the glance of criteria summary. We are having total 9 criteria. At program level, 8 criteria, and at institution level, 1 criteria. Let us see criteria 1, outcome-based curriculum, 120 marks. Criteria 2, outcome-based teaching learning, 120 marks. Criteria 3, outcome-based assessment, 120 marks. Criteria 4, students' performance, 120 marks. Criteria 5, faculty information, 100 marks. Criteria 6, faculty contributions, 120 marks. Criteria 7, facilities and technical support, 100 marks. Criteria 8, continuous improvement, 80 marks. Then at institution level, criteria 9, student support and governance, 120 marks. Total marks, 1000. Now let us see list of documents or records to be verified during the visit. So these are all for UG engineering programs under Tier 1 institutions for July 2024 document. So whatever the documents are listed here, we have to show the records of last 3 years to be made available wherever applicable. So we are having two types of documents or files. The first category is called as institute specific files, also called as I files. The second one, program specific files, also called as P files. So let us see institute specific files. These institute specific files are related to criterion 9, whereas program specific files are related to criterion 1 to 8. So in each file we have mentioned the related criteria, subcriteria number also. First, let us see the institute specific files, also called as I files. So the files are named with I1 to IN for institute files, whereas program files P1 to PN. Let us see the first institute file I1. So what this file contains, or name of the file? Records of the first year student faculty ratio, including details of first year faculty members, such as their appointment letters, designations, qualifications, promotion history, and salary details for a regular, contract, and visiting faculty member or professor of practice. Also include faculty retention ratio and related information for the past 3 years. So this is related to criteria 9 subcriteria, that is 9.1. The next institute specific file I2, what it contains? Records of the mentoring system, including the efficacy of the mentoring system, and also provide few samples of mentor diaries or proctor diaries from the respective branches. This is related to criteria 9, the subcriteria C 9.2. Next institute specific file is I3. So what it contains? Records of feedback on teaching and learning process and various facilities, feedback analysis, and corrective measures taken in the last 3 years. This is related to criteria 9, the subcriteria C 9.3. Next institute specific file is I4. What it contains? It contains records of the training placement cell. This is related to C 9.4 subcriteria, followed by startup and entrepreneurship cell. This is related to C 9.5, including the number of programs organized and their outcomes in the last 3 years. Next institute specific file is I5. What it contains? Records of composition of board of governance or governing body or senate or other administrative and academic bodies, their functions, responsibilities, participation details of external members, and attendance. So this is related to C 9.6.2 subcriteria. The next institute specific file is I6. What it contains? Evidence of various rules, policies, procedures, service books, academic regulations, including policies, procedures, service books, and details of students, faculty, and staff are available on the institute website. This is related to the subcriteria of 9, that is C 9.6.2. Next institute specific file is I7. What it contains: evidence of budget allocation and utilization at college level. This is related to the subcriteria of 9 C 9.7, and as well as program level budget, that is related to C 9.8, followed by their audit statements of accounts by a chartered accountant in the last 3 years, and details of the delegation of financial powers to various heads. The next institute specific file is I8. What it contains: records of library resources, digital library facilities, and self-learning facilities available within the college. This is related to the subcriteria C 9.9. Next institute specific file is I9. What it contains: records of the faculty performance appraisal and development system and its implementation and effectiveness. For this, the related subcriteria is C 9.13. The next institute specific file is I10. What it contains: records of e-governance. This is related to C 9.10. Then the institutional strategic plan. This is related to C 9.6.1, and their initiatives for sustainable development goals. This is related to C 9.11, and innovative educational initiatives. This is related to C 9.12, and their implementation and outreach activities. This is related to C 9.4. So these are all institute specific files, that is I1 to I10, related to criterion 9. Next, moving to program specific files, also called as P files at department level. For these files also, you have to maintain records of last 3 years to be made available wherever applicable. So all these program specific files are related to criterion 1 to 8, whereas institution files are related to criterion 9. Let us see what are the list of program specific files followed by their contents, along with linked SAR subcriteria. Okay, the first program specific file is P1. What it contains: records of the processes used to define the vision, mission, program educational objectives. For this, the related criteria is in criteria 1, C 1.1.3, followed by program student outcomes, followed by their justifications for the program education objectives matrix in relation to the department's mission. And for this, the related subcriteria is C 1.1.5. The next program specific file is P2. What it contains: evidence of publishing and disseminating the vision, mission, PO, and PSO statements, as well as awareness programs among stakeholders. For this, the related criteria is C 1.1.4. The next program specific file is P3. What it contains: records of the program curriculum. For that, the related criteria metric is C 1.2.2, including its components, curriculum components. Its metric is C 1.2.3, followed by details on the structure and process used to assess compliance with the curriculum for achieving program outcomes and program specific outcomes. The next program specific file is P4. What it contains: records of the quality of the program curriculum and initiatives related to education policy at the program level. For this, the related subcriteria C 1.2.4. Next program specific file is P5. What it contains: records of course outcomes for all courses. So list of courses followed by their course outcomes. Related metric is C 1.4.1, as well as the mapping of courses to POs and PSOs. That is program level mapping of courses with POs and PSOs. Further, the related criteria is C 1.5. The next program specific file is P6. What it contains: records detailing the instructional methods and pedagogical initiatives employed in teaching and learning process, including a list of methodologies used to support weak students, also called as slow runners, and a list of methodologies used to encourage bright students, also called as advanced learners. followed by impact analysis related to the implementation of these methodologies. For this, the related criteria is C2.1. Next program specific file is P7. What it contains? Records of steps taken for enhancing industry institute partnership. For this related criteria is C2.8, followed by industry internship and summer training. For this, the criteria is C2.3, along with their impact analysis from the last 3 years. Then next program specific file is P8. What it contains? Evidence of the quality of students' capstone project. For this, the related criteria is C2.2, followed by mini or micro projects. For this, the criteria is C2.4, and the rubrics used to assess the student and their outcomes over past 3 years. The next program specific file is P9. What it contains? Records of case studies and real life examples. For this, the metric is C2.5 or the subcriteria C2.5. The next program specific file is P10. What it contains? Records of the number of students obtained MOOC certifications through platforms such as SWAYAM, NPTEL, etc. For this, the related subcriteria is C2.6. The next program specific file is P11. What it contains? Evidence of strategies employed to solve complex engineering problems while integrating sustainability goals, as well as initiatives undertaken by the department towards achieving the sustainable development goals over the past 3 years. For this, the subcriteria is C2.7. The next program specific file is P12. What it contains? Records of the assessment tools used for program outcomes and program specific outcomes, including their attainment levels. For this, the subcriteria is 3.8, followed by observations and actions taken based on the results of POs and PSOs. For this, the related subcriteria is in criteria 8 under continuous improvement, C 8.1.2. For all these details over the past 3 years. Then next program specific file is P13. What it contains? Records of quality assessment in continuous internal evaluation, internal question paper, assignment, quizzes, etc. For this, the related subcriteria is C 3.1, followed by semester end examination. For this, the subcriteria is C 3.2. The next program specific file is P14. What it contains? A course file, which includes plan of course delivery, question papers, answer scripts, assignments, reports of assignments, project reports, reports of design projects, and list of laboratory experiments. This is related to teaching learning in criteria to outcome-based teaching learning and outcome-based assessment. All those details shall be included in the course file. Then next program specific file is P15. What it contains? Records of the assessment tools used for course outcomes. For this, the subcriteria is C 3.7.1, followed by their attainment values. For this, the subcriteria is 3.7.2 for all the courses, and their observations and actions taken based on the results of CO. For this, the related subcriteria is in criteria 8 continuous improvement, C 8.1.1. So these data are over past 3 years. Then P16, next program specific file, evidence of the number of seats filled under various quotas and the quality of students admitted to the program, including their rank and percentage of marks for last 3 years. So this is related to criteria for students' performance. The subcriteria is C4.1. The next program specific file is P17. What it contains? Evidence of program success rate within the stipulated period. So for this, the subcriteria is C4.2, followed by academic performance of first year, the subcriteria C4.3. Then academic performance of second year, C4.4 is the subcriteria, and academic performance of third year students, the subcriteria C4.4. And improvements in academic performance in criteria 8 continuous improvement, the subcriteria is C8.4. All these details over the past 3 years. Next, the 18th program specific file is evidence of list of placements, higher studies, and entrepreneurship outcomes in the last 3 years. For this, the criteria, subcriteria C4.6. Then the 19th program specific file is P19. So what it contains? Records of all list of professional societies and the number of events organized by the department in the last 3 years. For this, the related subcriteria is C4.7.1. Then the 20th program specific file is evidence of technical magazines, newsletters, journals, etc. For this, the related subcriteria is C4.7.3, as well as student participation in inter-institute events. The subcriteria is C4.7.2, and list of publications. The subcriteria is C4.7.4, and awards received by the students in the same inter-institute events, that is C4.7.2. All these details for last 3 years. Then the 21 program specific file P21, what it contains: records of student faculty ratio SFR, that is in criteria 5, faculty information C5.1 is the subcriteria, then faculty qualification C5.2 is the subcriteria, designation means cadre proportion, the subcriteria C5.3, and visiting faculty members professional practice C5.4 is the subcriteria. So including their appointment letters. Also include promotion history, salary details for regular contract faculty, then faculty retention ratio, that is C5.5 subcriteria, and improvement in faculty qualification, that is in continuous improvement 8th criteria, the subcriteria C8.3 for all these over past 3 years. Then the 22nd program specific file P22, what it contains: evidence of faculty memberships, professional memberships. The subcriteria is 6.1.1 in faculty contribution, and participation in FDPs, STTPs. The subcriteria is 6.1.2. Then participation in NPTEL courses, 6.1.4, and other training activities, as well as the number of FDPs or STTPs organized. The subcriteria is C6.1.1. Also include faculty contributions to the development of MOOC courses and certifications of MOOCs through Swayam NPTEL. For this, the subcriteria is C6.1.3. All these details over last 3 years. Then the 23rd program specific file P23, what it contains: evidence of faculty support in student innovative projects. The subcriteria is C6.1.6, and faculty internship or training or collaboration with industry. The subcriteria is C6.1.7. All these details for last 3 years. Then the 24th program specific file P24, what it contains: this is academic research details. So record of faculty publications, books, chapters. The subcriteria is C6.2.1. Patents, working models. The subcriteria is C6.2.3. PhD enrollment and the number of students graduated. The subcriteria is C6.2.2, followed by their approval letters of R&D projects. The related criteria is C6.2.4. Then for consultancy projects, the subcriteria is C6.2.5. And institution seed money or internal research grant and their outcome, there is proof of working models and products developed by the faculty. So for this, the subcriteria is C6.2.6. All these details for last 3 years. Then the 25th program specific file P25, what it contains: records of the program specific laboratories. This is the criteria 7, facilities and technical support. So in this, the subcriteria C7.1. Then project laboratories, research lab and center of excellence, followed by industry supported lab along with their computing facilities. Its subcriteria is C7.5. Then additional facilities available within the department. The subcriteria is C7.2. Then the 26th program specific file P26, what it contains: records of lab maintenance, again from the same 7th criteria, the subcriteria C7.3, and safety measures, that is C7.4, which are available within the department's laboratories. Then the 27th program specific file P27, what it contains: records of non-teaching staff members, followed by their appointment letters, degrees, and other skill upgrades, etc. This is related to again criteria 7, facilities and technical support, the subcriteria C7.1. The 7.1 contains program specific laboratories, followed by non-teaching staff, technical manpower. Then the 28th program specific file P28, what it contains: evidence of academic audits and corrective measures taken. For this, the subcriteria is in criteria 8, continuous improvement, C8.2, and improvement in faculty qualification and contribution. For this, the continuous improvement criteria 8, the subcriteria is C8.3. So all these details over last 3 years. Okay, these are all program specific files. Total, we are having 28 program specific files, combination of criteria 1 to 8, and 10 institute specific files, combination of criteria 9 subcriteria. These are all official resources available from the NBA official website. Under that, accreditation documents. Under that, you can select Tier 1 new format, list of documents or records to be verified during visit of UG engineering programs. In our upcoming video, we will see the presentation templates of principal and HOD. So for principal and HOD, presentation templates for Tier 1 UG programs with effect from July 2024 document will be covered in our upcoming videos. Stay tuned.